So today we're going to talk beds, and this little beauty that I'm sat on is a new bed in the solar range called the Dura-Dore. Having slept for many years on the C-Tech, the solar C-Tech sleep system bed chair, which is unbelievably good, I'm pleased to receive this one, which is a stripped down, in certain ways, in weight, lighter version of the original C-Tech. Like a Mark II newer model of it. Now, I'm going to show you how it's been stripped down in weight without compromising on the comfort, because that's the main thing, isn't it? We all want a decent night's sleep when we're fishing or when we're at home. The main thing, or one of the main ways that we've saved weight, on the C-Tech, it's got a solid stainless, or heavy-duty stainless block. This has been replaced by a much, much lighter block. And at the top end, we've replaced the double leg system with a single leg, which obviously still gives you the same adjustment at the top and goes a little bit further to cutting down the weight. Now, for someone like me that fishes the big pits, as you know, likes to get around, move around, trot around, I'm always up here and then I'm over there, there's a huge difference in the weight of this and what I have been using previously. So for those of you that are a little bit on the mobile side, or have got a back a bit like mine, this is the perfect thing. Weighs a lot less, but doesn't actually compromise at all on the comfort. Okay, let's have a little look at the frame. Now you can see that we've changed slightly the shape of the frame. We've now got this oval tube rather than the round tube. Anyone that knows anything about construction will know that that gives you a much better strength to weight ratio. But what we have retained, which is very, very important, is the way the mattress is set into the top of the tubular frame. Now this guarantees that the support you get when you buy it is the support you've still got a year down the line. I mean, it's all right bouncing up and down on one in the shop, but if you're on it every single week or, you know, whatever, once a month, whatever, a year, 2 years down the line, you want to still have the same bed chair you bought, and that's what you get with this. You don't, on an elasticated bed chair, the elastic stretches, you tighten the elastic, it stretches, you tighten the elastic, you run out of stretch, and that's the end of it. It's then a saggy bed chair. With the way this is built into the frame all the way round, this stays exactly the same. As I said, you know, this is the way the C-Tech was built, and I've used one for years, and it's as it was when I got it. There's none of that sag. When you sit on the bed chair, you know, you don't disappear, your bum doesn't go lower in your knees, it doesn't hurt your lower back. It's a very, very supportive system, and it will stay like that month after month, year after year. Okay, we've been talking about changes, but obviously there are certain points that we've retained that didn't need change at all. And one of these is my favourite part of the bed chair and of the C-Tech that came before it. And I was talking to the cameraman off camera about this earlier, and he nailed it with one word. He said they're satisfying. When you've got uneven ground, this is obviously flat here, you just hold your bed chair in a flat position, press the button, bosh, spring-loaded legs. It makes it so much easier, especially for that back one, when you've already put it in the bivvy and you're leaning over, and previously you needed 3 hands, one to hold the bed up, one to press the button, and another one to pull the leg out. With that, you just lean over, press the button, bosh, satisfying. Right, let's take a little look at the actual sleep system itself, the sleeping bag part of it. It's a 5-season system. I know technically there's only 4 seasons in the year, but if you've ever fished in a big easterly in January, you'd argue that there might be a 5th. The sort of distribution of it's a little bit different, which is actually really handy. So your inside bag, I suppose you could class as a 3-season, whereas your outer layer is your extra 2 seasons. And this means when you remove the top layer, like this time of the year when it's boiling at night, I think it was 20 degrees last night, you've got a much more comfortable, lightweight sleeping bag you can sleep in. If the weather changes, you know, or if you're just generally cold, or if it's later in the year, you can zip on the top cover, which has a fleece, heavy fleece top third, and then a nylon underneath that. This can be removed, comes with its own carry bag, so you can take it off, you know, I do throughout the summer, store it away in a bag, all nice and dry and safe, leave it in the van or whatever, or at home, and then use the lighter 3-season bag throughout the summer. Come the change of weather, bosh, that just zips on the top, and that's going to keep you warm against anything. And with all of the sleep systems, we've got this very, very easy smooth glide zips for those midnight screamers when you need to get out in a hurry on both the bags there. But we've also got stitched in here a very wide, stiffer material to stop any snagging in the zip. So literally, very, very easy glide, and an extra large padded baffle as well. So in, out, easy as that. Okay, let's look at the business end. It's all right having a lovely sleep system, but it's got to be bedded down on something special to make it, you know, that extra little bit comfortable, and that's exactly what it is. This mattress is superb, absolutely superb. The technical people tell me that it's made of, well, microscopically, thousands and thousands of little tiny springs. Well, I don't know about that because I'm not that technical. But what it has got is this lovely vented cover on a beautiful soft mattress, and that creates an airflow. You know, if you look at older style bed chairs, you take off the sleeping bag after 6 months or a year or whatever, and it's all covered in disgustingness, which comes from condensation, creates mould, staining and what have you. You don't get that with this, obviously, because the air can travel in and out throughout the mattress and round yourself and keep you nice and warm in the winter and nice and cool in the summer. Perfect. We also do a separate pillow, comes in 2 sizes, the standard and the slimline. But if you look inside the top of the sleep system, there's 2 little elasticated loops for popping the toggles, which come obviously attached to the pillow in situ, so your pillow doesn't move around. And underneath, we have a little strap as well, so if you leap out in the pouring rain in the middle of winter, you landed your fish, you don't turn around and think, oh God, my pillow's in a puddle. It won't be, it'll be where you left it. The legs all come with this leg lock system that just clicks nice and tightly into place. Keeps everything nice and sturdy and prevents some of them little bankside accidents that may happen. Also fitted are 2 compression clips, straps, for when you fold it up, so you can tighten it down nice and flat. Leg folds, the single leg folds and clicks in there, flush. Good to go. Even on the bottom legs, you've got a small retaining strap so it don't ping open when you're carrying it, and a handy little carry handle on the top. So there we go, the Dura-Dore Sleep System bed chair. This is the standard one. It comes in 2 sizes. We've got a wider version. Like I say, this is the standard one, and if for some bizarre reason you want to use your own sleeping bag, you've got something you particularly like, we do it as a bed on its own, which has got exactly the same features as this one has. Everything's identical, apart from it doesn't come with the sleep system and the connections for the sleep system.